fellow YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing quite well. Okay, today we're going to do the 10th said calendar item here. Trying to find it. Here it is, right there. But before that, before I rip open that chocolate, I just somehow moved out of the camera. So, this chair is creaky. I wanted to show the 10th game, one of my favorites, and a lot of people probably be surprised. I'm actually a fan of this game in particular because it's one of those type of games that isn't quite seen in the States or talked about too often in the States. And that, of course, as I show this cartridge here, a couple of people from the UK and be like, oh, get out of here. He is. And that, of course, is The Adventures of Fantastic Dizzy. I have this on Sega Genesis as well. The cartridge looks kind of weird. Just kind of like how this is. Now, the interesting thing about this cartridge is the back here has a switch, which I believe that was for region or something of that nature. As you can see right there is a region override. So you're able to flick between that. I have it set to the right region, so I'm not going to touch that, but either way, that's a really cool cartridge. It's just shiny as holy hell. Look at that. Woo! And it's just a really awesome cart. Actually feels like it's pretty solid too. Like it's a well-built kilt. LOL. Cart, rather. See, it's a kilt because it's in the United Kingdom, even though the United Kingdom's technically UK, and Ireland and Scotland's way over there, you know, so really terrible accent, by the way. So, yeah, it also came with this Codemasters licensed Camera, see, I can't pronounce that, manual, which is full colored as I recall correctly. Absolutely, it is. Really informative, really useful information in this book here. Gives you a story of what, really detailed book. I love it. I mean, when this game originally came out, I don't think a lot of people really heard of this game. It was a celebrated game in the UK. It was just a really interactive adventure game. It was mixed in with some arcade elements and, you know, action platforming kind of scenario, and it was just, again, a really well thought out game when it came out. Sadly, not too much heard of other than the loyal fans that, you know, happened to stumble upon this game. People from the Amiga especially had a deep compassion for this game as well. I mean, I believe it was on Commodore 64 as well as Amiga, and forgot which model Amiga, but it was on those. And again, I've not personally played the Amiga ones. This is just rough memory of what I've been told by my friend Mindwipe. And it was just, again, really celebrated. To me, I played it, loved the hell out of it. Not very good at it, though, but I still love it nonetheless. It's because I usually forget most of the stuff, what you're supposed to do and everything. I mean, there's no wrong way to beat this game or play it, but it was just, you know, you had to think. And it was a time limit. You had to think really carefully, okay, so I got this item, what next? And so then you have to break it down and solve it eventually. And it's one of my treasures, I'd say, in my obscure collection. I mean, the reason why I call it obscure collections because the way I collect my NES games, or any game in particular, is I like to look at games beyond the common, you know, popular ones and just look at the ones that are out there, because you end up finding good gems, especially such as the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy, which is number 10 here. I wanted to show you the poster here real quick, which actually came with it. I do not have the box to this game, which is really disappointing, but, you know, trying to find the box for this game is going to be very hard. It would be also very pricey too, as I recall correctly. Probably find it cheap knowing my big mouth on. So it's one of those things I'm going to look out for there at the moment. And the poster's awesome. I want to frame this actually. But I don't know, I mean, I just love the artwork from the twins who actually developed this game. And they're actually doing a Kickstarter. You know, Kickstarter is a big naughty word nowadays, but, you know, Kickstarter. And you can see right there, pretty awesome characters. Dora, Dizzy, I'm sorry, that's not Dizzy. Herpaderp, Dizzy, Daisy. See, they kind of rhyme, you know. Grandizzy, Dozy. I mean, they're, again, cute characters. I mean, they're just a simplistic egg character, which there wasn't heavy. It was just an imagination. I guess they were thinking of storybook style game characters, and I mean, in the end of the day, it's appropriate. I mean, it's an interesting character to use for sure. I keep the poster in this for now until I, which is manual plus poster, even though I keep the manual in with the cart. But again, it's one of those secret, enjoyable pleasures of myself to be able to pleasure myself, huh? It's one of those secret pleasures I like to enjoy every once in a while, just popping this game in and trying to solve it in interesting ways. So, okay, let's pop open that 10th chocolate, which was located right here, which is by the building next to a church, it looks like. So we're gonna, right there. Alright, so my question to you guys, YouTubers. This is a bell, by the way. I'll show you guys. Kind of looks like the Taco Bell. Wait a minute. That is a Taco Bell bell. This better taste like tacos, or I'm gonna be pissed. This is me eating with rage. It doesn't taste like a taco. Disappointed. You're lucky it tastes like good German chocolate. Anyway, I'm angry. That was not a taco. Fat man sad. Anyway, hopefully I can get a hug sooner or later. But question to you guys is this: what are you looking forward to this Christmas, or hopefully looking forward to this Christmas? I mean, so far I've been rambling off about 10 games. Been hearing a couple choices from you guys as well, which has always been awesome to hear. I mean, these new games that I've never really heard of. I mean, most of them I did hear of, you know, such as Alien Soldier, which is a Euro release for the Mega Drive over there. It was it's very expensive if you try to find a copy of it. I mean, probably cheap here and there, but pretty expensive nonetheless. It's a good game, very hard though. It's very brutal. And again, it's really cool being able to hear these type of stories from folks as well. Like, oh yeah, my favorite's this, this, and this. But hopefully, you know, by the 24th, we got a ton of folks just mentioning games they happen to enjoy along with me. So again, thank you guys so much for, you know, watching these videos, clicking on it, and showing some love, feedback, as well as consideration towards, you know, pay me the visit and attention. So, take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. I'm going to go give myself a proper rub down. That totally did not fit during the end of this video. Touch my nipples. Oh, man.